and welcome to my channel, where together we will learn more about Chinese phrases and expressions through watching classic Mandarin movies. Our movie today is called Wan Zhu, or The Troubleshooters in English. It is a 1998 light absurdist comedy starring Ge You, Liang Tian, and Zhang Guoli. The movie takes place in Beijing, China, in the late 1980s. Now, the 80s is a radical period in the Chinese society where the economy is going through some rapid changes and people's minds are slowly becoming more active with more radical thoughts. Let's take a look at the title of the movie first. Wan Zhu is a regional slang originated in Beijing. It means people who know how to play. And it usually refers to people who don't really have a career, but is very good at certain specific things that allow them to do really well in society. Now, the English title, The Troubleshooters, offers an interesting comparison. If the Chinese title is about the nature of our main characters, who are people who know how to play, the English title captures the nature of what they're trying to do, which is to help others with their daily troubles. Our three main characters are exactly young people in a new era whose minds are flooding with new ideas. They are trying to think outside of the box of traditional Chinese thinking and began to try something they find meaningful and unique. In the movie, they start a company called 3T, and the goal of the company is essentially to run errands for others and fulfill their random wishes. Today, we will watch 3 clips from the movie together and learn some Chinese phrases and idioms from those clips.
他刚才说咱什么？好像是说十足青年。
我那天就看出那不是个东西。
In this first clip, which is a really short one. Now, even though this clip is very short, there are some expressions here that have heavy cultural connotations. Let's look at the first one, 失足青年, which is used to describe our main characters in the movie. 失足青年 literally means a youth that has misstepped. Based on the context, this word can refer to several different things. It can be a legal term for juveniles who committed crimes, for teenagers who are at high risk due to mental health issues, or perhaps the most commonly, this word can refer to young people who are misguided and made mistakes. In the context of the movie, this word means misguided, because the main characters are unemployed and doing something radical and people might find silly. They are therefore viewed as viewing mistakes. Our next phrase in this clip is 不是个东西. This is another phrase that is highly connotated. The key word here is 东西, which can also have several different meanings based on context. The most common meaning for this word is thing or item. For example, 我要去买东西. I need to go buy something. 东西 here means things or items. However, 东西 can also be used to refer to a person, usually someone who is not a decent person. This is what we see here in the clip. By calling someone as 不是个东西, you're essentially saying in a highly offensive way that someone is not a good person. Now let's take a look at the second clip together.
实事求是的讲，人民生活水平是提高了。过去您没觉得肉贵啊，那是压根儿您不怎么吃肉，隔2毛钱肥膘，全家就包饺子了，对不对？要是猪肉价钱还是头几年那个价，那么国家就是把全国都变成大猪圈也不够像您这样全家狠吃的了。
A family attempts to buy some pork and complains that the price is too high. The first phrase we're going to look at from this clip is 实事求是. It literally means let's talk about facts. In everyday conversations, people use this word to say let's be real or to be fair. Next, we have 压根儿. This is a highly colloquial expression that you will likely hear in Beijing and its surrounding areas. It means at all or in the first place. For example, 我压根儿就没准备好. I wasn't even prepared in the first place. Or as we see here in the movie, 压根儿您不怎么吃肉. You hardly ate any pork in the first place. Finally, let's take a look at this sentence. 割2毛钱肥膘，全家就包饺子了. It means just 20 cents worth of pork fat is enough for the whole family to make dumplings. Let's break this sentence down to its pieces. 肥膘 means pork fat. And finally, 全家就包饺子了. The whole family can make dumplings is probably the key part of this sentence. Because 包饺子, or making dumplings, is something the Chinese families typically only do once a year for the Chinese New Year. It's an equivalent for a fancy wholesome meal. Here, the officer uses this expression to say that 20 cents or so much money in the past, you could use it to buy enough pork to make a wholesome meal for the entire family.
你们好好琢磨琢磨，万人大餐厅啊，那得多壮观呀！一旦在中华大地拔地而起，那什么劲头啊！甭老觉着外国月亮比中国的圆，我反正豁出去了，工作都辞了，不惜一切代价也得把这事办成。当初修长城怎么着来着？都知道劳民伤财吧？现在呢，长城成中国人脸蛋了，要干就得干那流芳千古的事儿。
In clip number 3, our main characters are planning to build a fancy restaurant that will house 10,000 people. Now, we have a handful of really native and highly regional expressions in this clip. In fact, some of the phrases you heard are exclusively found in Beijing and its neighboring areas. First up, we have 琢磨琢磨. In Chinese, the word 琢 literally means jade, and 磨 means polish. Together, 琢磨 means polishing a piece of jade. In everyday context, this word refers to thinking very hard about something or considering something deeply. In the context of the clip, when the character says 琢磨琢磨, we can translate it to let's think about it. Next up, we have 中华大地, which is one of the many phrases that can be used to refer to China. Another common reference for China is 神州大地. All of these different expressions are a way to highlight China's rich history and culture. The word 拔地而起 literally means rising off the ground. It is used to describe something impressive taking place. In the clip, the characters use this word to refer to 万人大饭店 because it's something highly impressive. Another highly regional expression we see in this clip is 那什么劲头啊? Around Beijing and the northern regions of China, 劲头 is a word that refers to energy or enthusiasm. Here, the characters use this expression to describe the magnificence of the restaurant they plan to build. By saying 那什么劲头啊? They are essentially saying that the restaurant is a highly impressive feat. Another expression commonly used around Beijing is the word 甭. It means don't. In this clip, you hear the character say 甭老觉得外国月亮比中国的圆, which means don't you keep on thinking the moon abroad is bigger than the moon in China. You can also replace the word 甭 with the more commonly used 别 or 不要. The phrase 外国月亮比中国的圆 literally means the moon abroad is bigger than the moon in China. This is a generational phrase that people growing up in the 80s and the 90s would have heard of a lot. Because China was still relatively poor back in those days, people used this expression to convey that so many things in the foreign countries are better than China, and even the moon is bigger, rounder, and brighter. Our next two expressions are closely related to each other. 豁出去了 and 不惜一切代价 both mean risking it all or giving everything one's got. The difference is that 豁出去了 also has the connotation of risking someone's life, especially when one is backed to a corner, has nothing to lose, and has to do something as the last means of survival. In the clip, the character uses this expression to say he's putting everything he's got into constructing the restaurant. And because he's already quit his job, this is his last chance, and he has nothing to lose. 劳民伤财 literally means laboring the people and hurting the finance. This refers to doing something that wastes a lot of time, money, effort, but doesn't always come with a good result. Here, the characters use the word 劳民伤财 to describe the process of building the Great Wall of China, because that was an extremely gruesome project, and a lot of people died while building the wall. Our characters here also refer to the Great Wall as 脸蛋儿, which literally means face. Here, it's used as a very casual way to express the Great Wall as the face or staple of China. Our last word in this clip is 流芳千古. This is an adjective used to describe something that has a lasting legacy. 芳 means fragrance, and 千古 means a very long time, close to an eternity. Together, this word refers to something that is so great that it has a long-lasting value and legacy. That's all the clips we have today from Wan Zhu. This is a really very funny movie, and I recommend everyone to check it out if you have never heard of it. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you want to learn more about everyday Chinese phrases and expressions. Thank you for watching.